But like, no, for real, why would Biden? I feel like that's a perfect microcosm of how weak our party kind of is. And obviously, I'm like a lifelong Democrat, so I'm not saying
Lifelong. You've been voting for it 4 years, low bro. Slow down there, Mr. Lifelong. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, but like, obviously, I'm saying this as constructive criticism. Like, we're so weak that Biden appointed a Republican as the Attorney General rather than somebody who would just get this shit done because he thought that I don't know. He wants to uphold the norms that we'd be moving.
Wait, at the
past
risk of sounding
Trumpism.
super retarded, because I am. Merrick Garland was a Republican. I didn't even know that.
He's a Republican. Yeah.
Damn, that was going to be Obama's Supreme Court pick.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 99% sure he's a Republican. And Biden wanted to do this to show that it was a return to normalcy, return from Trumpism, and we just got f***ed over. And I just feel like Biden.
I mean, look at the difference between investigations.
Yeah.
Under Trump's administration, he almost certainly committed obstruction of justice when he fired Comey. He did that because Comey wouldn't kill his investigation. You know that, right? He said, do you know why he said he fired Comey?
No.
Something to do with Hillary's emails. He said that's why he fired Comey. But he legitimately, he said, I hear
I was
somebody
like 9 at the time. So.
laughing back there. But that is why he said he fired Comey. It was over the Hillary Clinton email stuff. But he fired Comey. He got pissed because Jeff Sessions wouldn't basically kill the investigations because Sessions recused himself. That's why Trump started to fucking talk shit at him every day. Trump did everything that he could to stand between any legitimate progress in that investigation and whatever he was up to. Okay, Trump did everything that he could. All right? That was Donald Trump. In Biden's administration, we got a fucking continuation of. Is it David Weiss? Was that the special prosecutor for Hunter Biden?
I think so.
We had a continuation of an investigation into his own fucking son, which is unconscionable under a Trump administration. You think his family would be investigated? Never. And we even had an instantaneous special counsel appointed to investigate Biden on the documents. Remember that?
Yeah.
I always say Durham, but it wasn't. Durham was the FBI thing. It was
the Durham report was fucking wild.
That was the FBI thing. Who was the special counsel for or the special prosecutor for?
Oh,
Biden?
her?
Oh, her. Yeah.
Robert Hur.
What the fuck? But here's the thing, and even Pisco. I don't know why he can be there. Even Pisco can't ask me this. I thought, because the steel man, and when I say steel, I mean the strongest composite alloy that has ever been created ever, because that's how strong you have to construct the conservative. The steel man argument for like a lot of this Trump shit going away is like, well, can a sitting president really be prosecuted? I don't know. Okay, then why the f was there a special counsel for Joe Biden? Because if he would have found illegal stuff, because these are criminal matters, mishandling classified material, they couldn't have prosecuted him, right? So why did we even have a special counsel for that?
The worst part is, during that Robert Hur report, he says in like 100 different ways that Joe Biden was not guilty due to 100 different reasons. I can't remember the exact wording, but he even says that like when Joe Biden came in and sat down, he was like, I don't expect you to remember everything I'm about to ask you. It spans over the course of the past 15 years. There's no expectations for you to remember all of this. Then Biden slips up on a few things, and Robert Hur is essentially like, it was so clear.
Well, because a lot of people don't know, for the mens rea for most of these criminal statutes, even for mishandling classified material generally, is it has to be like intentional.
Very intentional, yeah.
It has to be intentional. You can't, so like, even for Trump, you would grant the same. Now, it just so happens that we have recordings of Donald Trump saying, this is classified. I should have declassified it, but I didn't. Okay? Now, which is very unfortunate because it's about as fucking clear cut as you can ever get. All right? For the whole, can we read his mind crowd? Okay? But, Joe Biden, it doesn't seem like he intentionally mishandled anything because Hur didn't say something.
Yeah, because then Trump played cat and mouse with the FBI for like a year until they had to raid Mar-a-Lago. And then, of course, he victimized himself even further after that. And then Biden gives up the documents right away.
Yeah.
Right.
And what was the, it was either Josiah or Brian, you probably know him as Brian Tyler Cohen, said this. I wish I could remember who told me this. I need to remember this. Where are we at now with faith in our institutions? What did we get for that? Do conservatives look at Biden and go, well, Merrick Garland did appoint the special prosecutor to look into Biden, and he allowed the bullshit investigation into Hunter Biden to continue under his own presidency. So, you know, yeah, we have faith in the FBI and the DOJ, right? Did that happen?
No, it's just like he might as well have appointed a pit bull.
Exactly.
It's going to be the end result.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's pretty disappointing. So you agree that Biden was weak in some respects?
I respect what he tried to do.
Okay.
I think that Biden was better man than I would have been in that situation.
Yeah, and hindsight's 2020. It's always really easy to look back and be like, oh, he should have done this with Ukraine. He should have done this with Merrick Garland.
So we talked a little bit about the foreign policy stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think he did what he could with Israel.
Yeah, I
think with
agree.
Ukraine, maybe he could have been stronger, sure, but he kept the Afghanistan pullout. I have high respect for that. We pulled out of Afghanistan. Biden was the one that got us out of the Saudi coalition against Yemen, so we stopped that. So there's only like 2 active conflicts, neither of which the United States fucking started. And I think that our roles in that have been appropriate. Maybe we could have been a little bit more ardent with Ukraine. Donald Trump did nothing for Ukraine, Russia, by the way. He sold some weapons to Ukraine, but he didn't do anything to
called
push.
Zelensky and said, if you don't give me dirt on...
Yeah, and Giuliani. Did you know there's a call with Giuliani?
Like recorded?
Yes.
Oh, shit, no.
47-minute call where Giuliani is... He's the one that called before Trump. That's unbelievable. That's okay. But anyway... All of this to say that, and then Biden's domestic policy, I think, was pretty
great.
good. Maybe we could have done something about the border stuff sooner, for sure. I think that's fair.
Yeah, with the border, too. Like, if he used a little bit more aggressive rhetoric, I don't know. I've just been rethinking a lot of this.
There will be...
I've been trying to
People will
criticize.
look back, I think, on Obama's presidency is not that good. I think the ACA was really amazing. I think the foreign policy was probably a disaster.
Then they were, like, gridlocked for the next 6 years after the ACA.
Yeah. I think people will look back not good on Obama's presidency. I think people will look back on Biden as... at least the best since Clinton, if not earlier.
Maybe if it feels like it's in between 2 Trump terms, it might just get, I don't know. Like,
It's just imagine imagine the pendulum swing, the effective leadership, Biden, like, it
He's a
sucks that
steady
he's
hand.
older. Have you ever seen younger clips of Biden speaking?
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, 65-year-old Biden would have won. He had this quote. I don't mean to cut you off, but he had this quote yesterday or 2 days ago where he was like, I focus too much on policy and not enough on politics. And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about attention, what Ezra Klein was saying, that now it's like a game of attention. Not even money doesn't even matter as much. Trump didn't win. This is what he said. Trump did not win the Republican primary because of money. It wasn't because of that. It's because he was drawing attention to himself. So Biden had this quote where he basically admits it. He's like, I focus too much on policy and not on politics. So I think a 65-year-old Biden absolutely would have crushed Donald Trump.
Yeah. He was a good speaker, too. Him doing I just remember there was a speech he did in Congress about intervening. Why the fuck can't I remember it? It was in relation to like Yugoslavia and
Oh, he's like, we need to bomb the...
he was big. Like, America's the moral leader of the world. Who is there
It
without
was so good.
It was that kind of energy, but obviously
Oh, he was like, he's the worst since Himmler. He's the worst. I remember this exact fucking clip. He was
Yeah.
a badass, but
he was
he's a little old now. Maybe a little bit old.
definitely a little old. But that being said, with 50 senators and some purple Democrats, he managed to pass an ungodly amount of legislation. He was above the like game of like the bullshit, like shit slinging constantly. I think he had every reason in the world to be the most hateful motherfucker ever. But he wasn't. He said he was coming in to fight for the soul of America and to be the president for all Americans. And he was. And even when they try to go after him on shit, I just remember reading the quotes because I was looking up, because sometimes I would get scared when we're doing the debates or whatever. And I go like, okay, fuck, like what's going on with the hurricane response? I need to make sure he's not like fumbling this. And every time I tried to look up, I can't remember the names. DeSantis, and then the governor of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina.
Kemp, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Brian Kemp. Do you remember Carolinas?
I should.
Disgraceful.
Nah, keep going.
But like all of these guys, when Twitter and everybody else was saying like, "Oh, is Biden saying anything?" I was like, "Oh, he called us like last night. We've already been on the phone with him."
And then they say that Biden didn't call at all. And here's the thing, dude. How can Trump...
Cooper, he was one of them. I think it was North Carolina. Cooper.
Yeah, Roy Cooper.
Yeah.
How can Trump call Governor Gavin Newsom new scum during a natural disaster?
That's disgusting.
Could you imagine if Biden, just imagine, I hate this hypothetical.
Talked
Imagine
about
if
this
Biden
to
did
Abbott when fucking Texans are freezing to death,
Or DeSantis
during the hurricanes.
He's like, oh, DeSanctimonious isn't responding to his citizens. I mean, fuck, maybe we do need to use more slurs. Maybe Biden should.
It's just the sad thing is like I wish people could see that. Like if Trump was like falling off like a cliff, as old as he is, I think Biden would like break his back, like to reach down and try to like lift him up. I think that Trump would do a Mufasa.
Yeah.
I think if Trump thought that he could throw somebody off a cliff to get an edge on them, I think he would do it.
I don't get the Mufasa reference. No, I am joking. That was a joke. Sorry.
My bad. Do you remember an episode, I think it was a 32 of Skibbity Toilet, where they spin real fast?
We've already made these jokes like 4 times. But,
fuck you.
No, I've seen The Lion King. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail your train of thought.
No, but I think that like, I think it would be unquestionable that if something catastrophic happened in any red state, Biden would basically be like, what do you need? we'll do whatever. And Trump is so fucking disgusting that like we need to force California to do this in exchange for wildfire shit. And it's like fuck, like literally hang your hat on this thing and stop talking because it's unbelievable. Yeah. It's so disgusting. I just want to say the person I hate the most in all of this,
Tim Pool or Elon,
is fucking Luigi. Because
oh really?
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm too edgy. Fuck. It's okay.